What's up, everybody? This is Marc Baxter coming right at you with Transform My Life. Let me give you some history about this Transform My Life, right? We go all around the world meeting strangers. Now, that's very important because it has to be unscripted. Now, as you see, I got this young brother here that I just met, and it's truly a blessing. We're about to transform his life. We go all around the world reaching, teaching everybody all about how great they can really be. So what we're doing ultimately is changing the world, one person at a time, my friend, because this life includes us, but it's not about us. It's about you, my friend, and how much you're willing to align with your truth. So I want to first thank this young brother for being here. What's up, brother?
How are you?
I am excellent. This brother is here. I just met this brother. I don't know anything about him, so we're going to jump right into it. Well, first, again, thank you for being a part of this Transform My Life, this great work. And if life is challenging for everybody.
Yes, sir.
We're going through a heat wave. As you see me sweating right now, you sweating a little bit. You know, inflation is up sky high. We on the edge of a recession. It's supposed to be coming back. Then the stocks go back down. Houses or the rents and mortgages are sky high. So in your life right now, if you were to look at your life, I want you to fill in this blank. Fill in this blank for me. My life will be so much better if I could stop doing this. Or my life will be so much better if I can start doing this. What would that blank be that you fill in?
Well, I would really have to say myself, literally.
I got you.
Literally. And then what I can do better, is basically be a little bit more, I want to say not so in my own way.
I got you.
Like management, time management, and things of that nature.
All right, so time management. Let's look at time management. Let me let this ambulance go past. See, time management can also be described with, when you don't have good time management, it can be looked at as procrastination.
Yeah.
See, so when you procrastinate, this is what happens. Whatever you're procrastinating with, it's only getting bigger. It's gaining momentum. So when you really decide to go and do it, it's going to be much bigger and much more challenging than had you done it the first time. Case in point, I often say we got to keep small problems small. Because if you allow a small problem to fester and gain momentum and get bigger, then that small problem moves up to the big problem category. Then what do you do with the problems that were already on the big problem category? Well, they got to get moved up to the impossible problem category.
Yeah.
So by procrastinating, you're only making your life worse.
Yes, absolutely. Making my life a little bit more difficult to move forward and progress. So definitely, yeah, got to take some looks at that and make things a little bit more easier for myself as far as the, like you said, with looking at things small and not like procrastinating on it too much.
Absolutely, because how would you eat an elephant? One small piece at a time. So sometimes you may be procrastinating because you're looking at the totality of what you got to do instead of breaking it down into small components that seem more easy and more doable.
Yeah.
Can I share what I feel from you?
Sure. Yes, please.
I feel like you're a leader. You're a bona fide leader. But I also feel like, sometimes you lack direction. So a leader, that's their main thing, vision and direction. So I feel like there's a disconnect. I feel like you're lacking a little power to believe that you really are who you are. Am I touching on something?
Yeah, you are. Yes.
Talk about that a little bit.
Well, you know, self-doubt comes in, you know, when I guess the challenge gets a little bit too difficult. So it's like now it just leaves room for all the little open questions, you know, in my mind. And, you know, that could like put me on a hesitant stubble. So it's like, yeah, honestly, yes, that, you know, that hits at home.
That resonates. Let me give you some tools for that, right? Let's talk about fear, right?
Yes.
Fear is like a mouse, and this is why I say that. Because fear is like a mouse, because the same thing we're afraid of is the same thing that's afraid of us. See that mouse that we're afraid of when we see in the crib with it? It's really afraid of us too. So let me tell you what fear does. Fear never travels alone. Fear always travels with doubt and unbelief. And here's why. Because fear is the biggest coward you'll ever meet. In fact, fear doesn't exist. That's why it has to travel with doubt and unbelief. Because fear wants you to stop at doubt and unbelief without challenging the fear. So it wants doubt to remind you of your insecurities and unbelief to remind you of all that could go wrong. So you never challenge fear. But let me tell you, when you challenge fear, it becomes like your shadow. You ever see your shadow? The closer you get to it, the bigger it seems to be.
Yeah.
But what happens when you go up and try to touch your shadow? Is anything there?
No.
Nothing's there. That's the same thing with fear. So that's what I was feeling from you. I need you to keep moving forward regardless of the obstacles, because you got it in you. You're a leader, bona fide leader. But the thing with life is it always challenges us to go first, and then it releases the magic to let us know that what we're doing is right. So you need a little faith to go first. But once you're able to go first, my brother, you don't even know, you haven't even seen or heard the amazement that you're gonna bring to the world. Once you decide to go first and to believe in the unseen and to move forward, that's when all your gifts of leadership is really going to emerge. I've been there, done that. All right?
Yes, sir.
My man. So here's the thing, my brother. Do you feel better now than you felt before we start this interview?
Yes, I do.
So when somebody asks you, what happened to you over there? Why is your energy so different? You tell them, I just been touched by an angel. My man. And you also can be touched by an angel too, because guess what? We go all around the world, changing lives, one person at a time. So if you want me in an area near you, send us a message. We come right in your area and transform your life too, my friend. Never forget, you were born to be great, my friend. Take care.